Hey Cam. Hey Josh. Yeah, I'm gonna be in Simple Black Theories live. Hey everybody. Hey Simple. Was Alice the maid? The Alice? Hey everybody. We're live right now on Simple Black Theories live. One second, everybody.
Man, I'm like able to add people, so I've just been adding who came in first.
Oh
but
shit.
yeah, I think we're Gucci on the Teddy
I'm
list.
tight.
Wait, you were running studio on a MacBook, right?
No.
One second, everybody. Oh damn, I got kicked. It's okay. I'll wait in line. Hold on one second.
Experience. Obviously, we're gonna start with Mermaid because well, first we're gonna do Johnny because Johnny started first. We got interrupted. I want everyone to really get into talking about this because what we did was freaking strong. It was powerful, and it might have started a movement, and we continue pushing it. So, Johnny, take it away.
Oh my gosh. First off, let's recognize that this event, the Unfudge America Tour, I know that if you're from my community, you know I don't like cursing too much. I'm going to let the panelists do that for me. Turned out to be one of the most representative and powerful events, unlike any other. You folks know I've been in politics, working on campaigns, administrations for quite a while, and I've never seen something like it. Now, of course, there are some
Oh,
things
wait,
that are
you
going to
guys
be
can't see the
ironed out
camera.
for the next one, but I am looking forward to it. I do think that the most memorable experience for probably everybody here is going to be watching Charlie Kirk run away from us. You know, we were all going forth to speak on issues that are passionate to us. Chris is like, let me tell you something about Chris. This man can run circles around you when it comes to foreign policy, when it comes to the VA. You know, these are things that we want to talk about, right? I would have loved to hear or loved to have heard NORAD speak on reproductive freedom against Charlie Kirk, but he was too scared to talk about these
Hey
things.
Prince.
I was going to talk about food assistance. And the fact of the matter is, if he can't debate us, if he can't go one on one with us, speak on these issues, then that speaks volumes to the fact and the blatant truth that he doesn't actually stand by what he says. It should be no skin off his back to what is it that the Republicans said time and again before the debates
Gina.
even went to unfold? That Charlie Kirk was going to slap us down and destroy us. Well, in fact, he ran away. So
He's a runner. What? Mermaid, what do you have to say? We have Mermaid, who's pretty much next. Go ahead and express what you were talking, how you experienced everything, and what you gave to this, not program, but to this event in general.
Hey guys. Hi besties.
Epsilon.
Hey everybody on the panel. I miss y'all.
Are you guys hearing the volume
I
well?
had a absolutely amazing time. I really, really did. For us to be in a completely like conservative college with kids that have been deeply indoctrinated in right-wing propaganda, it was amazing to be out there and to give people a safe space to be able to have these conversations, have these intellectual conversations. I said it on my video, Charlie Kirk is a wuss wuss. If you don't know what that means, you better figure it out quickly. He is a wussy, a punk. We watched him sit up on his little podium with his people around him, uncomfortable. And that's what we came to do because he has not gotten pushback and he was uncomfortable. Like you could see it on his face. And I'm happy that he was because he needs to know that there are people that are still going to fight against all of the stupidity that comes out of his mouth. And I think that we definitely accomplished that. And I think that we are going to continue to accomplish that. And I'm so proud of every single person up here and every single person that was with us that is not here. And that's it.
And that was so facts. Like if you guys caught the lives, the lives were amazing. If you caught the speeches was beautiful. And if you caught the on-air fact checking, we had people literally fact checking on literally live while Charlie Kirk was talking. It was amazing. Mr. Jones, go ahead and tell people how you contributed, how you experienced it, and what you think what should happen later on with this whole tour.
Well, you know that Charlie's folks gave me the runaround. They didn't want me to get anywhere close to Charlie, which I understand. You know what I'm saying? I understand. So to be honest with you, and I said this before I went, I had no intentions of honestly debating Charlie. I could care less. It was more about, you know what I'm saying, reaching the college-age kids and explaining to them, you know, how, you know, most social justice movements began. Most of them began right there on college campuses, and how we need to bring protesting back and sit-ins back, you know, and not engage in this age of anti-intellectualism that is Charlie Kirk. Aside from that, I got surrounded by a group of young college men who wanted to, you know, ask me what a woman was. And after about 30 minutes, we realized that they didn't know what a woman was, because they couldn't tell me, even though I asked over and over and over and over and over again. After that, I drew a whole bunch of people to the main stage, and myself, Santana, NORADs, Mandy, Johnny, who gave one of the most powerful speeches of the whole event, Mermaid, Erica, Chris. We literally took them one by one and dismantled every ridiculous argument that you could possibly imagine. I also got called stock, which that was a shocker. That's the first time I've ever been called stock.
Yeah, there was a lot of insults being thrown, but dang, what?
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever been called stock. Yeah, Brett was later on, so I was getting there. So Brett was later on. Brett closed this out. Brett closes out with quite literally one of the most powerful speeches I've ever seen, you know, at any political event, to be honest with you. And I think it brought everybody, I think it brought tears in pretty much everybody's eyes. We hugged it out. We said goodbye to the crowd. And to be honest with you, I mean, it was packed out there. I saw this conservative TikToker this morning talking about how it was a complete failure. I heard some other people, you know, who say that they're, you know, in alliance with us, also say that it was a complete bust. You have no idea. I've been doing this since 2000. I was at the first Million Man March with my father, right? So this idea that it was a failure or a bust, y'all are fucking nuts.
Ridiculous.
Like, I've been doing this 20 years, and quite literally, I don't think that I've ever been at a more impactful event. I don't think that I've ever had as many people thank us for being there, and truly like appreciate the work that we were there doing. And when I tell you we were cooking, like it was hot as fish grease in that bitch.
So here's what I want to say. After we go through everybody, we are going to allow a guest up to ask us questions and stuff like that. So we're going to rotate the panel and everything, but we want the guests to give as much questions and all that as possible. But right now we're going to let Santana go ahead and tell us how his experience and his contributions and what he expects with the next movement. Let's go.
Yeah, no, listen, it was great, right? I think that having the ability to come together and do something that we all like really care about is important. I know there was a lot of concern as far as like what this was actually going to look like, what the point of this is. There was a lot of people pushing back as far as like, platforming Charlie Kirk or whatever the case may be. But I think I can speak for everyone that's up here right now in saying that when we got there and we actually got to be a part of what we actually did, it was way bigger than that, right? Being able to talk to the youth, being able to actually, debate in real time, being able to share this experience with everyone that's watching. It was funny. I heard someone say that it was like TikTok in real life when we were
Right.
up on the stage and debating. But being able to actually put our money where our mouth is, right, to stand there and call out misinformation and call out disinformation, and for theory to actually get a chance to speak to Charlie Kirk, who one, like, I so this is not my live, so I know my mama ain't watching. Charlie's a bitch. I said it, right? So there's that. But for him to actually stand up there and for Charlie to think that, oh, I got me one. Found a weak link. And not realizing it didn't matter which person that you picked, you
It
were
didn't matter
always
which
going
one
to
of y'all
lose.
you got.
You were always going to hold the L, Charlie. It didn't matter. Like, that's why he was so afraid to talk to any of us. And that's why he tried so hard, whether it's turning on the sprinklers, whether it's trying to get the permits pulled, whether it's getting us moved across the campus. No matter what he did, it was an L for him. And us showing up doing what we did was absolutely freaking amazing. I said this, I was talking on someone's live, and I'm wondering if you guys noticed this. Jones mentioned how, like, at the start of the day, when we were in the quad and the students were surrounding us and they were yelling and we were debating and going back and forth. Did you guys realize that we started there in the morning and
Right.
we ended at night
Right
with the
there in that same
crowd
spot.
around us?
Yeah.
Yeah, the crowd was around, but the crowd was completely different. It was hundreds of people there to listen and to see what we were doing versus the people that was around us yelling. So we made an impact. We made a shift. And the thing that I'll say to the naysayers, right? Because Jones called it out. There's some naysayers from the right, naysayers from the left, right? The thing that I will say is what we did was something. And for anybody that has, any type of feelings or like, oh, you guys shouldn't do this, or oh, you guys are doing this, you're cloud chasing, we did something.
Yeah.
And we're just getting started. We are just getting started. And to the point that everyone said, like, you might not think that this is a movement, but you have to start somewhere.
Oh, it's a movement. Hey, I appreciate it, Santana. Now, before we get to Erica, we also want to give a shout out to Dean and Parker. They were the headliners. You do got to give them a quick shout.
Absolutely.
They cooked it. Oh my gosh, they had some great stuff to talk about, like always. So we are gonna appreciate them. And again, the Unf America tour, guys, is still going strong, guys. We'll give you the details when we get more details, but it's going to be some great stuff coming through. Remember that. Now, Erica, please tell the crowd how you was cooking some of these misogynistic motherfuckers to let them know, man. Stop playing.
Doing that? Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. No, I'll be honest with everyone, like I've been saying since I learned that I was going to be a part of this. Um, my main mission was to go there and talk to the college students. That's who I wanted to talk to. Because Charlie Kirk and people like him are going around, they're online, they're in person, and they're telling kids that they don't need an education while they hold Ivy League degrees. which exactly, Jones, it's crazy work. And so what I wanted to go there, and the question that I was asking the young people is, and I say young people as almost 60-year-old. So the question I was asking them was that, like, what's the one thing that they can't take away from you? They can't take away your mind. They cannot take away your knowledge. All right. These kids need to stay inquisitive, stay curious, ask questions. So that's why I was there. And that's why I went. And I would say I was successful in doing that. We all were successful in talking to these kids and doing all the good things. All right. We made some really, really good trouble. Charlie Kirk, as Mermaid would say, is definitely a wuss wuss. And I can't wait until the next stop. I can't wait to the next stop. That's why y'all all need to check out the link in our bio. And if you can, donate so that we can keep going. All right. Because we need to reach more people. We need more boots on the ground. We need to continue this work. So that's what I wanted to say.
Yep. Hey,
It was
guys.
so nice meeting all you.
Oh yeah, that was probably one of the best parts.
Guys, yeah, honestly, meeting with everyone was great. Again, guys, double tap the screen, show some love. Make sure you're following everyone that was here. They had some great stuff. We're gonna have Dan speak, No Rats, then Chris, and then we already have Unfiltered right above me. So, guys, we have a great panel, and later on, we're gonna have a few guests come up, and they can ask us questions, and we'll be able to speak on that because we have a diverse group of people as we speak. This is beautiful. Dan, take it away. Let the people know how it was, your experience, and what you expect from this tour to happen.
So first of all, I think what was really really cool about this tour was just how diverse the group of creators that went was. Not only in terms of race, but in terms of background, walk of life, age, even political ideology. We had people all the way to moderate
Super commie.
Amendment Democrats, all the way to communists, and we covered the whole spectrum of the right. We showed out.
Christians, non-Christians.
Christians, non-Christians, Jewish people. We showed out in a way that represented America.
Rainbow Coalition.
And I think that was huge, especially for the people on that campus that wanted that representation. We saw so many, I'm not going to speak for anyone else, but I know I've heard from them the messages we received, the people coming up to us and thanking us for representing them, not only in terms of representation, but in terms of ideas. These ideas that they didn't feel safe having because of what type of college that was. So I thought that was huge. The experience for me, frankly, was a little bit eye opening. I did not expect just how little a lot of these college students knew, except for what's been fed to them by people like Charlie Kirk. I remember specifically, I'd say over half of the people that I spoke to weren't defending
Helps us
need you to your
one of the things that surprised me, um, and in a good way, was that everyone who wanted time on the mic got time on the mic. There wasn't an instance where someone felt that they were overlooked or overspoken. If someone stood up there and said, let me have a chance, let me say what I got to say, it happened. And that was something that was really important to me. I feel like it's just a great team of people. It's not, the Dean and Parker show. It's all of us. It's Un-F America together. And getting to meet and see all of these amazing people who are not just like my co-panelists. Many of you are my mentors, and I listen to you and look up to you and the things that you say. So it was a little fangirly for me, not gonna lie, but I love you all, and I'm so glad that we've actually gotten to be together in person. And I can't wait to do it again and again and again.
That no, Rads, you said it best. Yes, the experience was great with everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, also introducing, well, ladies and thems as well. Chris, go ahead and tell us people what your experience, what you expect from this tour and other endeavors that we have here.
Yeah, so I just want to tell this story from like a native Texan, right? And Texas has only looked like the weirdest it's ever been since I've lived here since the Trump administration. And I just want to thank all of you guys. And it's crazy how the other side is saying that we're sowing seeds of division, but we had all sorts of creeds, we had all sorts of races, we had all sorts of religions, and none of us judged each other one time. In fact, we looked out for each other, right? I know that Mr. Jones looked out for me during the first night, and then me with Mermaid, and Johnny with both of us, and Erica, always checking up on each other on this extremely racist part of Texas that I'm never going to again. But it just shows that when you have a purpose, when you have a mission, you can just all glue together. It's great talking to CFH, and we got veterans, we have everything that we ever needed just in one place, and all we had was our voices. And honestly, though, it was disappointing to see the landscape with a lot of these college students because they only know what their parents said to them. They never had an explanation for tariffs or gas prices or anything like that. And just the fact that we were able to do this without a $500,000 budget, make this much impact, just makes me all the more excited for the future. And I learned a lot from all of you guys. And as somebody that's been detained by ICE down here and got one of those 1,500 messages saying report to slave plantation, I really appreciate all of your guys' time. Thank you so much.
Can we talk about the real thing that's being missed here?
Wait, hold on. We have one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, CSA.
Yeah. We got C in the house. C, you honestly, you've been a great individual. Tell people your experience, your contributions, and what you expect from the Un-F America tour.
Honestly, me and O were on point on this tour.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'm not gonna tell that story.
Oh yeah, okay.
I want to talk about how it. What I seen Americans with different viewpoints having real conversations. Look, the entire Charlie Kirk platform is clickbait, and it's about owning the list, right? And he talks that the left is about division. Like that's BS. Like it's his platform. His entire platform is about division. Because what I seen MAGA having real conversations with me, with people of color, with people of all creeds and backgrounds. And at the end of it, like people were laughing, people were hugging, and people were saying, wow, I didn't think about that. Oh yeah, that is a good point. because and that's why he's so afraid. He don't want us there because he don't want us having real conversations with people. And when I say real conversations, I mean uncomfortable conversations. Because if you're not uncomfortable, you're not learning anything. And I'm incredibly, incredibly proud of everybody. And O made a speech one night that about brought me to tears, and it was just like, it was a beautiful thing to see. And I'm incredibly proud to be a part of this, to be honest.
Yo, listen, the panel is great here. Again, the experience that we faced, we want everyone to experience this, and we want to bring it to everyone. I know Mr. Jones wanted to bring something up, so go ahead, take it away.
Now, the only thing that I was going to say essentially was that I think one of the broader things that is being missed here is that people wanted us to fail.
Extremely.
Like people who call themselves to be alliance and friends, you know what I'm saying, and accomplices, wanted us to fail just as much as Charlie Kirk. Like, that's crazy. Why would you want us to fail? Why, like, if you're really about the things that you say you're about, why would you want us to fail? Like, literally none of us, well, obviously myself and No Rads have, Santana and I have, but the vast majority of us, we never seen each other in person before. And we literally were lockstep like family. Whole time. No awkwardness. Everybody hugs, you know what I'm saying? Laughs, jokes, made sure everybody made it back to their rooms okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally lockstep with each other the entire time.
We actually got love in the school too. Like, there were people within the school that actually showed us love, which was an amazing thing to see too.
Right. So, you know, for all of us, all of those who wanted us to fail, again, this ain't my first rodeo. This ain't my last. And the only way I'm going to go out of this bitch is in a box.
And that's what was so rewarding to me, is after the event when the students were coming up to us and telling us how much they appreciated us being there. It felt like, okay, this is all worth it. It was all worth it. And that was the best part. That's it. That was the best part. And like, for the naysayers, I was like, you know what? It don't even matter what you guys to say anymore, because the students wanted us there. They wanted us there. So,
hey, Erica,
yeah.
how about the
Yes,
people who
ma'am.
traveled from states away?
Yes,
Flew
just to be
in,
there.
drove in just to be there to support not only the Enough America tour, but the students at Texas A&M, because they were there for the students. They were having hard conversations on the sidewalk with students. Like, it was an amazing gathering of people that if you weren't there, you missed out, but you should have an opportunity to be a part of it in the future.
Exactly.
And can I say, just to the naysayers, the people that actually, yes, I am. No one cares what you're saying. For the people that actually, you know, to Jones's point, to Erica's point, to Amanda's point, like the people that for some reason didn't want this to be successful, that did try to push back on what we were doing for one reason or another. I'll just say, I be cooking in that bitch, like, or whatever. Sorry.
Look, here's what I want to say. So I spent hours trying to talk to Charlie Kirk, and when I did that, I was drenched. I was tired. I was physically drained. But then when I went across the campus where Charlie Kirk forced us to have our event, and I saw an array of conversations of vast differences and actually understanding things, it was the most beautiful thing to experience, to hear one part. And it was different people from different corners explaining it. They were moving it from other parts of campuses, and it's got stronger and stronger. And hearing these ideas, hearing these facts, hearing these things come together, together, it was poetry in motion. It was literally poetry. This is what we watch movies for. And it was actually watching this. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm not going to sit here and compare us to Malcolm X, Dr. King, Coretta Scott, or Sada Shakur. I'm not going to sit here and compare us to that. But seeing that felt like that. I'm not going to lie. Watching that, even consciously, watching him standing up and speaking to these people about his experience, it was just so beautiful. And watching these people who would never experience that, listen to that, was just a moment in time that I will forever have frozen in memory. Like, it was just something great to see.
I want to expand on this and kind of explain to folks so that they really recognize what happened here. There were individuals who hoped that we would be divided, and they hoped that we would remain within sub-cliques of the community. But this event was representative of all walks of life, all backgrounds, all races, ethnicities, religions. It didn't really matter in the moment.
Nobody's bigger than the movement.
Everybody was able to come together. And so there was a moment on that tour. So Mr. Jones, this got to me. This is gonna sit with me for a long time. So y'all know I'm intertwined into my faith, and I understand that not everybody is, and so I try not to speak too much on my faith because I don't want to appear as though I'm pushing it or propelling it. But there was an individual who came onto the stage, and he said, I'm a Christian, I believe in God, and I want to combat an atheist. Somebody bring me an atheist, basically. Mr. Jones looks at me and goes, "Get up there." And I'm like, "Huh?" And he goes, "Get up there, speak on your faith." And so I did. And it meant a lot because there were so many folks who could have combated the argument on, well, I have, you say that you have faith, and, here's why God isn't real. And let's go back and forth and talk about this. But instead, it turned into a conversation about what faith means to each other. And after I got off stage, there were folks who came up to me, students who were saying, I'm a Democrat. I align with your faith, and normally I feel alone when I talk about it, so I try not to bring it up because then I have Republicans saying, you can't believe in God if you're a Democrat, and I'm like, so Mr. Jones, thank you for doing that, and that's going to stick with me for a long time.
One thing I learned in community outreach and community organization, like I said, I've worked on a lot of campaigns that people said couldn't be won, and we did, right, is that you don't, like, just throw anybody at anything. You don't just throw any task at anybody. You take, your strongest play. It's like if you was a coach of a basketball or football team. If you down, 6 points with 2 minutes to go, you got to put some defenders in the game. You got to put 2 good shooters, or some defenders in the game. Right? And so I was like, hey, listen, I could go up there and rip his religion to shreds, but for what? Like, what do I gain from that? Because the object of this was to bring people together, and educate. I could have went out there, told him all the reasons in the world why, I don't believe in Christianity. But I was like, you know what? This is a Johnny thing. This is not a Jones thing. This is a Johnny thing. Johnny, time to clock in.
And I just want to add, and that's one thing I think was a huge difference. Charlie Kirk wanted to prove people wrong in a place where people believed in what he was in, but we came there to have conversations. Our goal wasn't to challenge anybody's mindset. It was to have a conversation so they
ask them, why do you think that way?
Exactly. They challenge it themselves because our goal isn't to indoctrinate. I have to add this. Charlie Kirk had children at the event, Christian school, there, right next to his tent.
Bust them in.
Like, who does that? So it was just a powerful thing to see everyone come here and really explain the nuance of things. And mind you, we have very complicated ideologies. These things that we talked about is so complex. A mermaid kept saying it. A woman's body is too complex. It's too convoluted to be talked about in such a way. So it's just so crazy to see this. Because again, we see people like you guys on live all the time, but to see it in person was something for the books, man. I can't wait to see it again and again and again. I want to copy your talking points at one point. Stop playing.
Speak on that a little bit. I think it was super important meeting these people where they are, because while our platforms are some are big, some are medium, some are small. There's only so much we can do uh, on TikTok, on YouTube, on whatever it might be. But when we were out there were people that might not even be thinking about politics and are just going to show up once every 4 years or once every 2 years, and just giving them the seed of doubt. So one example, near the end of the day, I was talking to a guy about tariffs, right? And I asked him, so what was the goal of Donald Trump's tariff policy? And when he said, well, it was to bring manufacturing jobs back, and I said, okay, so then like why did he recall the tariffs once the other countries negotiated? And he was like, well, it's a negotiation tactic. It's like, so okay, so was it a negotiation tactic or was the goal to bring manufacturing back? And he stopped and he thought, and it was probably the first time ever that not the first time ever he thought, but the first time ever that someone pushed back on that idea because he'd just been going by what he'd been reading, what he'd been told by either his echo chamber, his group, and I think that just little pushbacks like that can have a huge shift in someone's mindset, especially at a young age like that. These people are not so ingrained in their ways that they'll never change. These are college kids, and
I'll be able to mod now. I have access to it. So we are going to head to the Q&A section. So if you guys, hey, Chris, we're going to talk because, hey, guys, again, Chris and I are going to be co-hosting.
For some damn debates. Y'all don't want two intelligent black people putting the beat down, but it's okay. More on that coming just a little bit. See you later.
See you, Chris. All right, guys. So again, this is the opportunity to be able to Q&A with everybody that was part of the UNF America tour, guys. Let's be very respectful. If you do want to have a disagreement, we can, but let's be very let's be cool about it. Let's be cool about it. So we're gonna have our first guest. Oh, go ahead.
Before you do, check the box and see if anybody else specifically is in there.
Oh
before
yeah,
you
I
bring in a
see
random person.
Mermaid, and I see Hear Me Out.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay. I know that because I want to keep it positive, and I know that a lot of the people who were naysayers, like Jones said, were basically mutuals. All right, mutuals. Many of us on this panel, which is odd, but they said that they felt like this was performative. They said that they thought that it lacked diversity. As you can see here, this does not
Everything's
lack
performative
diversity.
for people who've never performed.
Exactly. Is oh my gosh, Jones, a bar. So yeah, but guys, when I tell you that none of this ever felt forced, nothing, I was never afraid to speak. I was never afraid to speak. Like Norad said, if you wanted a chance to get up there and talk, you got the chance to get up there and talk. Everyone was so friendly. Dean, I didn't get a chance to talk to Parker much, but when I say Dean is one of the nicest young men that I have ever met, I honestly mean it. He is a sweetheart, and he's so well spoken and so damn. He's kind. He's a
Can
kind
can
kid.
can we take just a half a second back, and I promise I'll give it
If
because
you cut
I
me
know
off
there was a lot.
again,
Well, no,
there's going to
I
be some
was
bleep that's
literally
going to be made public.
no, I was literally just actually about to add on to what you were saying because I know for a fact that there's a lot of people who were getting like pushback as far as Dean and Parker and them, headlining the tour and all this other stuff, and us being the add-ons, right? We were the others, right? But I wanted to take a moment to speak to not only the cohesiveness of all of us that are up here right now, but how Dean and Parker were part of all of us, right? And in every aspect, from being just as welcoming and just as kind and just as like
We
like
ate
one of the
breakfast, lunch, and
team.
dinner together every day.
We exactly, we were all like together. It wasn't, Dean and Parker and the others. It was the UNF America tour, and we really locked in together. We spent time.
Ah,
Erica just spoke about the time she spent with Dean, and Jones laughing with Parker, or Johnny hanging out. Like it was such a great thing. And so for people that, because again, there was a lot of pushback as far as who's at the top of the tour, whatever. It was such a beautiful thing that there was no separation
Can I
between
ask a question?
Parker
Wait,
and
because we
Dean
have
and the
hear me out,
others.
and we gotta let hear me
Yeah.
out.
I know. I just want to ask a
Yeah.
really quick question, just real quick, and then they got it. So hold on. Do we want white men to start tearing down white supremacy, or we don't want white men to start tearing
Jones,
down
I
white
was about to
supremacy?
say that. Why am I such a patient person? I was
Uh,
going to say that. We keep asking white men to talk to white men and dismantle this whole system and educate other white men. But then when they do, we have a problem. But you know what? Whatever. I guess that's not my concern then, huh?
Hear
My
me
gosh,
out.
what do
How's it
we
going?
want?
Let's give hear me out. High time to shine. Hear me out, please. Explain everyone about your experience about the On F America tour, your contributions, and what do you expect for what's going to happen next with the tour.
Okay. I just want to say I love you guys. So first, I shared this with a few of you guys privately, but I want to share it to all of you. I'm the oldest one that was there, and I've got 3 kids. They're all in college, and I truly feel like I could leave this earth knowing it's going to work out, because you guys are all each incredible leaders. What you guys are doing is so powerful, and I genuinely mean that. One of my objectives in going there was to try to educate parents of college students what to look out for, because it's really important. If you've got kids that are in middle school and high school, you got to teach them to look out for this, because there's a Charlie Kirk coming for them on their campus one day if we're not careful. And the other thing is, I wanted to really educate people about cults. And I know that word gets thrown around a lot, but this truly is a cult. And, the people that run cults are usually very inferior, broken people. And they hold everything together so tightly, but it's easy to expose the cracks. And Charlie knows this. That's why he went through so much effort before we even showed up, to stop us from getting too close to expose him, and everything he did afterwards. And it was not hard to expose him. And I think that the other takeaway was the type of debaters that we had go up and debate all of you guys and Dean and Parker. I saw 2 different kind of debaters. I saw young white men, many of them were intelligent, try to become the Ben Shapiros and the Charlie Kirks. All they cared about was creating a persona that mirrored them, right? And then the other kind of debater was like in the evening when we had the brave woman who went up there and so forth. These are people who have truly, their brains have been changed from being part of this cult. I mean, it's physiological. It's absolutely a real thing. And when we bombarded them with facts, it was like their brains could not compute it. And that was really sad to watch. But other than that, I just want to share those points. This was very transcending. It was wonderful. And this is just the beginning. We got to keep going with this. Thanks, guys.
Double tap the screen, double tap the screen. Guys, again, we are talking about our experiences and what was going on in the Af America tour, guys. We had a great time. And speaking about that, there was a lot of people that really wanted to debate a lot of people. People were literally angry and was ready to debate some of the people here on the panel. Like, it was crazy. In fact, I want to ask a question. What do you think was the worst talking point someone had that came to you? What was that like? What was the talking points that people came to you with that was BS? Go ahead, Santana.
I'm gonna say this real quick,
Get
and
your
then
merch. Get your merch.
exactly. I'm gonna say this real quick, and then I'm gonna drop it and create space for someone else. I still have to put out the video, but I got to speak to a blagger in real life. For anyone who doesn't know, blagger is Black MAGA, blagger in real life, who said that he thinks that Donald Trump bringing back segregation is a good thing. Yes, yes. He thinks that segregation is a good thing and it's gonna work out in his favor. Yes, with his whole chest in 4K.
I'm gonna say mine was actually a young man that Jones was having a conversation with about what is a woman. And Santana actually asked him again, like, okay, what is a woman? And the guy goes, someone who has female organs. That's what he said. Someone who has female organs. I said, well, I don't have a uterus. Am I a woman? And he was like, no. He was like, no. And I was like, my son would beg to differ, but I was like so taken aback. And Santana kept talking to him, and I was like, I'm not a woman. Okay, all right. So yeah, that was the worst. That was
News
absolutely
to
awful.
me.
Yeah. That was fun though.
Yo, I gotta get jumping off too, but I just want to say real quick, um, huge props to everybody again for showing up and representing each of our individual communities and the values and the ideals that we all share to our own, because it really did make the event very welcoming for others. And then a massive shout out to Dean and Parker.
Absolutely.
I mean, they really did make the event especially welcoming and friendly, and they gave everybody a voice. And then double shout out to Dean and Parker, because they really helped us prepare for these conversations and these debates in a way that typically folks wouldn't want to. Normally, it's always about, I want to debate the best and I want to explain this topic the best, but they really helped us better educate ourselves so that we were better prepped for conversations, especially against Charlie Kirk, who we thought we were going to debate until he ran away. But anyhow, I got to get going. I will hopefully see you guys very soon.
See you, Johnny. Appreciate you.
So I got bad news too. I gotta go because I have an obligation to do as well.
Okay,
It's
Dickie.
all good. I'm about to go live right now.
Oh, listen,
Yeah.
I'll be
I'll
done
be
like in
live
15
at
minutes, so we'll probably head to the next person. But thank you guys. Make sure you follow everyone on the panel. We are definitely gonna have a lot more events coming through. And again, this is bigger than the F America tour. Our goal is to actually put things in initiation and start real things to happen, real changes happening with all vast different people, and that's something that we haven't seen in a very
All right, y'all. I'm gonna go live on TikTok right now. One second. Is it tea time? No, we're moving tea time to tomorrow. But we are going to talk about the tour, and we're probably gonna do a little bit of news. But tomorrow is definitely tea time. Okay. The reason I'm moving it to tomorrow is because it's gonna take a few hours, and I'm a little bit busy tonight, and also like at least 3 mods that wanted to see it are not gonna be available tonight, but they'll be available tomorrow. So I'm sorry, but um, Thank you for the sub clutch. I'm not gonna lie though, some of the tea got touched upon in that last live. So okay. We go. Going live on TikTok in 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. And we're live. Let me open Angela as well. Hey, Steph. Welcome in, everybody. Everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you, Addie. Howdy, Homac. We're so glad to see you, Little Marco and Dan, I guess. Little Marco must be tuckered out from the tour. He is pretty tired. He's pretty tired. All right. Chat, I have good news and I have bad news. The bad news is tea time is moved to tomorrow. Okay. The good news is well, there is no good news. It's just bad news. What's with the spamming? I don't know. They were doing it in Simple Black Theory's chat too. I think it's Kirk fanboys that can't. They're having cognitive dissonance because they're like, Charlie Kirk is a god. He would debate anyone, and then he ran from us, and now they're like, well, there must be something for us to criticize. Hey, Leah, the unquenchable thirst for gossip. Thank you, Addie, for the level up sparks. Welcome in, everybody. So today's live. All right, this is what we're gonna do. So today's live. Come on, man. Yeah, that live desperately needed. Oh wait, I don't have the volume on. Did y'all just hear Obama say, "Come on, man"? I didn't hear it. I had the volume off. Thank you, Chris, for the hat and mustache. Okay, cool. So tomorrow's gonna be tomorrow's gonna be the T live. Okay, I'm gonna get very messy. Come on, man. Thank you, dirty bad. I'm gonna get very messy. Okay. Don't boo. Vote. It's gonna be fun. Guys, thank you for the level up, Sparks. What we're going to do is we're going to watch some videos and in real time debunk lies and representations. What can you do it on your backup? I'm doing it on my No Politics account. If you're not following the No Politics account and you really like tea, then now's your time to follow. Around the same time, yes. Yeah. Let me. You know what? Let me get on my No Politics account so that you guys can follow. Like actual tea or tea like drama. Is Unfuck America going to start visiting colleges like Charlie? Well, we did start. We're gonna continue. Okay, hold on, let me switch over. By the way, we are 700 followers away from 100K. Is Alina still mad? Of course. I don't think she can exist without being mad. Hey, Chris. How'd it go with pickles? It went really well. Crab Rave soon? Yes, and it's going to be a monumental Crab Rave. There are some creators that want to join for the 100K Crab Rave. I'm very excited. I took a break. I feel like I missed the drama. Well, you'll get a big recap. I thought she was friends with Noraz. Drama Live's tomorrow, okay? The Drama Live is tomorrow. But this is what I'll say. Norads is an amazing person, and I am happy to call her my friend. I wonder if she knows Dan records his live chat. yeah, it's in the YouTube video. Norads is so freaking gorgeous. I mentioned this to her. When was it? Tuesday night. I'm like, no matter what, if Norads gets brought up, someone always mentions how beautiful she is. It's like clockwork. Okay, I am joining on my No Politics account. No, she is gorgeous. Yeah. What time, Dan? Probably around the same time that we normally go live, so 7 or 8-ish Eastern. As they should, yeah. Oh no, Bad Tanner's here. Bad Tanner, thank you for the engagement. Thank you, Starscream. Oh, I turned my phone off. Oopsie doopsie. Where's the Kirk debate? Kirk only debated one person on the whole tour because he was scared shitless to debate any of us. Who did he debate? He debated Simple Black Theory. Mermaid is gorgeous too. Yeah. Has another date been added? Not officially yet, but we are continuing the tour. That I know for sure. Okay, so if you want to be there for the tea spilling live, follow this account. Okay, we're doing that tomorrow. What are your thoughts on Peyton? The tea live is tomorrow, chat. The tea live is tomorrow. And Peyton may or may not be a topic. What time? Around 7 or 8 Eastern, I would say. 30 Dan, aka Messy Dan. Around 7 or 8 Eastern. I will be sat. Follow Dan's backup if you want the tea tomorrow. What's the agenda for today? So for today, I'm gonna give a bit of a retrospective on the tour. I'm gonna Dan, thanks for hosting the T Live because I need it. Bro, I know. Yeah. Are you like 4'5"? Close. I'm actually 4'2". So today's agenda is we're gonna talk about the tour, retrospective on the tour, and we're gonna do a little bit of news because I'm super behind on news. Like people keep mentioning things to me that I'm like, what? When the fuck did that happen? Not gonna be a long live. I'm gonna try to get it done in less than 2 hours. That's more bad news. First bad news is T Live's moved to tomorrow. Second bad news, it's a short live. But I swear it'll be worth it. And you were fitted out for the event though. Oh yeah, I mean I was wearing the shirt that Sid made. I was wearing the shirt. Okay, so Sid, one of my mods, made that shirt that says no pivots without concessions. And then Mac Daddy, one of my mods, made this. The IRL Marco. Thank you so much, Emmy. Hopefully we can have you at one of the next ones. And Trinity turned off her comments because of... Welcome in, everybody. Okay. So, let's talk. Dan, are Johnny's eyes just as beautiful as the IRL as they are on stream? Yeah. Yeah. No, they are. Johnny's a good-looking guy. Oh, and y'all know Johnny and how frequently he uses his mouth. I am the first person to ever leave Johnny speechless. Something that I said. So I'm gonna put that on my resume. You know what I mean? Tuffy will not shut up for food, so give me 1 second, chat. Oh Lord. What did you say to him? So okay, I can't remember what like the first thing was. Like someone said like he did something that was unneeded, right? They're like, oh well, we already had this thing done, right? And he said, oh well, fuck me for trying. And then I replied, is this binding? You get to talk to Kirk? No, he is a pussy ass bitch. Not us shipping Dan and Johnny. No, I am unfortunately quite heterosexual, sadly. Her soldiers are in the chat. Wait, are they? Did I miss them? I'm stepping back from debates for a while, taking my content another direction, more artistic. Oh, nice. Any thoughts on the executive order DJT signed today on discipline? Oh, so this is what I'm talking about. I haven't seen any news in the past like 2-3 days, so I don't know about the executive order, and we can look into that right now. We getting active? Listen, if the haters in chat want to wait until tomorrow for us to just debunk everything, that'd be perfect. But don't be left with egg on your face. That's all I'm saying. Must getting into a yelling match with the Treasury. Damn, I missed that too. They won't. Yeah, I know they won't. We're busy tomorrow, sir. wait, who's we? You're not one of the haters. Thank you, Ruthless. Debunked video proof. Damn. Yeah. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch the entire video proof, and so when you guys say that a person said something, and then I show that the person said something different, what that's known as is a lie, or some might say a misrepresentation. Okay, so I hope that helps. Hey, failed astronaut. Okay. Anyway, back to you are heterosexual unless it's Dean. No, wait. You mean Good Trouble? Hannah and Gecko were live a bit ago, and she was crying. What was she crying about? Dan, I did really well today at my event. W Sid, that's awesome. Do you have any videos? You look very happy, Dan. I think the event was like a success, like a big success. I'm super excited to talk about it. Dan sent link on Discord for news. Okay. Peyton said organizers refuse to cover Black creators' travel and lodging. So this is what I will say. We're doing Drama Live tomorrow. And also, like, I mean, that's just a lie. I don't know why. I don't know why he would say that. Easily debunkable. People were mad that she wasn't standing up against racism, but she said she signed an NDA. Wait, who's she that we're talking about? Oh, I'm 22 comments behind. Hang on. Did you take a flight or a drive? I flew. Why wasn't Good Trouble there? I think he just didn't confirm in time. For personal reasons. It wasn't anything related to the tour. Well, this is just conjecture. You have to ask Good Trouble. We'd love to have him another time. Wait, Good Trouble posted a video? Lots of people running their mouths with no facts. No, literally. Everybody begging for the tea, holy moly. Yeah, no, y'all, it's give me 24 hours. Damn. And I also have tea. Ooh. That was one stop a tour. It's not the only stop. I just said, I don't know how long you've been here, but I just said we're going to continue the tour. Someone said the white creators didn't have to pay for their flight and the POC creators did. Yeah, that's a lie. That someone is a liar. She wants to go next time? Nice. Drama never misses Dan, I'm telling you. Oh, I'm 36 comments behind. Wait, the chat is too engaging. Good Trouble kinda said why he didn't go last night on his live. Oh, why didn't he go? Literally changing the facts into something totally different. Dan, what is your stance on Israel Palestine? Just courts? What does just courts mean? Is it? It was cool to see you there, Dan. I've been a fan for a while. It was cool to see you too. I met so many viewers and like Daniverse members. I was so excited. Dude, as someone who attended that live, I can tell how many people didn't. Wasn't the T live supposed to be Tuesday originally? No, it was supposed to be. Yeah, maybe, maybe. Oh, just curious. I mean, I'm for a two-state solution. I'm for a permanent ceasefire. I'm for Israel pulling back their illegal settlements in the West Bank. I don't know what else. Oh, and I'm for new governments for both Israel and Palestine. Fuck Hamas and fuck Netanyahu. Okay, good thing tomorrow's live can correct all the misinformation. Yes, I'm excited. Reminder that interesting, Rocks Fox. We're so tough on Hannah, but I haven't seen them say anything to the men. They were so unnecessarily tough on Hannah. Oh my god. Did you get to hear at least one yeehaw fuck the law? No, I don't think I did. Dan, change the subject before you drown in tea. I'm 54 comments behind. Hold on. Everyone stop typing for a second. Hey, Dan. Wonderful to meet you, man. You too, Izzy. Y'all stop bringing T up. Okay, just to be clear, Dan, he was lying and it's debunked, correct? Because what he said was crazy. So there are creators. Actually, I'm not even gonna speak on it. It's just not. It's just so stupid. Okay, matter of fact, I'm not reading these 54 comments. I'm scrolling all the way to the bottom. If you said something important, you got to say it again. Okay. Yeah. We're doing tea tomorrow. Soldiers are baiting you. Is host liberal or conservative? Liberal. Was the event effective? Do you think a lot of students? Yes, I do. I'm not saying that a bunch of students were converted, but I think a bunch of students had their ideas tested and their minds opened a little bit. Will tomorrow's live be recorded and shared? I mean, it'll be recorded because I'm going to be streaming on YouTube. The YouTube's always record. First stock is updated for today. Okay, cool. Are you showing up to a future event for the tour? Yes. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't. I know I'm not doing it. I don't believe that we're gonna go to Wyoming, but after that, yeah, I'd be totally down. Brett Cross was incredible that evening. Yes, Brett. I mean, brought tears to so many eyes. And y'all don't understand. If nothing else happened, right? Like if my flight was delayed and I broke both my legs and I was unable to talk to any students and was unable to debate anybody, and then went home on a 60-hour drive, just meeting Brett Cross was worth the trip. Brett Cross and Mermaid are my personal MVPs. Mermaid was also great. There's so many people that really like just went above and beyond. So like CFH Unfiltered, such a genuine soul. Like an amazing person. I would trust this man with my life. And then we have Mr. Jones X, who genuinely was in his element. 1v4ing debates in real time. My goodness. Just so many people, I guess, surprised me. Like, it's not like I disliked anyone going into this, but everyone was so good. And so, first of all, kind, empathetic, knowledgeable. Yeah, just like really, really good people. I wish I got to talk to Consciously more. I talked to him for maybe 3 minutes. I didn't get a chance to get to know him as much as everybody else. But yeah, like Mermaid, awesome, amazing person. Santana, I spent the almost 2-hour drive from the airport to the hotel with Santana, getting to know him. Dream blunt rotation. Yeah. Oh, it was yeah, so at the after dinner, like me, Johnny, Mr. Jones, and NORADs were just chilling on the patio afterwards, and it was just being able to talk about where to go in the future with this. It was really exciting. And then also Dean and Parker. So like these are really, really cool people. And funnily enough, you guys might not expect this, but behind the scenes, they talk about debating. Like that's what they talk about, like what the best arguments are. I remember at our first dinner, what was it? Monday night. Like we were literally, it was like me, Dean, Parker, Pickles, and Chris, and we were just talking about like what the best argument is in like an abortion debate. And I was fangirling so hard. I was like, this is like insane to watch. Like no one was recording. We were just talking about debating. Brilliant minds. Yeah. So that was another thing for sure. There are so many people that like I'm like, damn, these people are smarter than me. Yeesh. And Dean and Parker were certainly on that list. Parker had such dad vibes. It was very sweet. Yeah, no. So Parker made sure to like personally thank everybody for being there. Dan and Pickles have beef? No, we never had beef. We had like indirect beef, but we are totally cool now. Water under the bridge type shit. Absolutely love how Dan has nothing to say except positive things about everyone. Genuine soul. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm trying to think if there was a person on the tour, whether it was staff or creators, that I didn't like. And genuinely, I don't think there was. There's probably like one or two political opinions that I slightly disagree with, but in terms of like everyone was Jones said it best in the last live for those that were watching Simple Black Theories live. Like we were united instantly. It was like we instantly were all friends fighting for the same cause. Indirect beef sounds like the ground beef from Taco Bell. I bet some of them think you know more of them. I don't know what that means, Ashley. How were the organizers at the college? They were great. They were doing. They were working so hard. They got up at like 3 a.m. the morning of the event, and they stayed up late the night before. I can't picture Pickles having beef with anyone. Well, if I go on a leg of the tour, I'm only going to take care of sound equipment, the feedback. Why aren't the likes updating? I think they are. They're just delayed. Okay, we're doing news. Dan's night before the live was great. Yeah, that was a good great. I mean, that was a good live. Okay. All right, I'm gonna X out of the live with my No Politics account. If you want to be there for the T live, aka the drama live, aka the gossip live, aka the Cheesemay live, you want to follow this account, okay? It was so funny when you got lost and we moved to Mermaid's live so she could find you. Yeah, she found me really fast too. Are you guys going to that? Thank you, Abby. And almost let our streak die. I did almost. So not only did I almost let our streak die, I actually let like 2 or 3 streak pets die and had to revive them. I felt so bad. Yeah, Sid, I'm so sorry.
Come on, man.
Thank you, Rose, for the hat and mustache. She's been happening today or tomorrow. What time is Cheesemate? I would say probably 7 or 8 p.m. Wait, I have a message request in my No Politics live account. It says, it's from Trinity Austin. Tell your mods to stop blocking me, please. Hold on, wait. I'm gonna see what. Okay, I have some stuff to read, so I'm gonna play you guys a video. I don't know what it's gonna be, but all right. How about the Pope's funeral? I'm also gonna take a quick restroom break, chat. That was that riveting, chat? Open casket so JD can admire his work. An explanation on your sound choice for the stories. Okay, my explanation is my phone was on silent and TikTok just put a fucking whatever trending sound they decided to put, they put. And once I saw it, I was livid, but also it was hilarious. That's my explanation. I did not intend for those sounds to be on my stories. What sound was it? I missed it. It was like, Dan needs an assistant. No, for real. I'm gonna make that a gift sound. How much do y'all make to promote the tour? I mean, I wasn't paid anything. Hold on. Puffy, I already fed you. What were we talking about? Gwen, thank you so much for another $100. Can we get some W's in the chat for Gwen? Gwen, um, if you're comfortable, message me on TikTok with like your mailing address. I'd like to send something to thank you. Genuinely. Like I don't know what to say. Thank you so much, Gwen.
Come on, man.
Thank you, Chris, so much for the hat and mustache. That really means a lot right now, genuinely, because to get ready for this tour, I turned off my like.
Come on, man.
Thank you, Layla. I turned off my eBay and TCG player stores. So been living light the past week, but I'm turning them back on. I think tomorrow. I really do appreciate that, Gwen. Thank you so much. Dan, why did your tour? Oh, it didn't, Angus. That's the problem with your question. It's like if I asked, why is your live over? Like, but I'm live right now, Angus. You see it? I'm right here. Ook. All right, let me tell you something. Our tour went so well that when Simple Black Theory was live just now, reacting to his debate with Charlie Kirk, the official Charlie Kirk show account was in the chat. That's how well it went. Yeah. You're lying to me. No, they're screenshots. They were claiming this isn't Charlie, this is the social media manager, which is frankly is probably true, but still, that says something. That's what they're doing with their time. We got them shook. That's all I'll say. They went through so many efforts to try to sabotage us, to prevent any of us to speak with Charlie. It was totally Charlie pretending, and he's hiding his schedule now. Yes, thank you, Rox. They wouldn't be lurking if they weren't worried. Exactly. Okay. It's weird that they want to hide so much when all they're doing is quote unquote telling the truth. Yeah. The extortion, the sprinklers, the reserve spot being revoked. Kirk didn't want it. Yeah, I mean, they tried to extort us for $6,000 for security, another $4,000 for like irrigation because they had to delay using their sprinklers, even though they did use their sprinklers. Failed astronaut. He's not announcing the further out dates like he would have, so that we have less time to plan. The sprinklers were diabolical. Dan, why are you blaming everyone else and not taking responsibilities for your own actions? What actions, Angus? Use your words. Sounds like Charlie Kirk is a runner. Bro, Charlie Kirk Usain bolted away from us. I wonder if he can just have someone on the team call him and ask the further dates. I mean, that's an idea.
I am the chosen one.
Thank you so much, Ruby. My God, there's drama everywhere. There are currently 3 dramas unfolding as I speak. I'm very close to ending the live. Okay. Let's do the news real quick so I can vamoose. Okay, so here we go. Wait. The weekly Neely, the weekly debate source stock, is that what I'm looking at? Or no? No. What am I looking at? Chat gaslight him into spilling. Just the main ones this week, but I added links. Oh, okay. Wait. Oh, I need to put this in my link tree, right? Like this is official now? Okay, here we go. Over 200 college leaders denounced Trump's campus crackdown as government overreach in open letter. XF installs Pentagon makeup studio for VIP media prep as scandal over signal use grows. Hold on. So we were upset that there were tampons in schools for women, but not a peep about the makeup studio at the Department of Defense. Is that really what we're talking about here? They're upset that Brett Cross paints his nails and then Seth installs a Sephora. Heg's breath. It's for war paint. Ah, that makes sense. Okay, next. Trump adds portraits, gold trim, and 2 100-foot flagpoles in White House revamp. Plans to pave Rose Garden lawn. What are these news stories? Trump rejects millionaire tax hikes, claiming rich would flee and tariffs would replace income tax. Oh my God. No, 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 no. I said it before and I'll say it again. If at any point the Republicans pass a bill that erases income tax in exchange for tariffs, I am leaving this country because I refuse to stick around and watch the end of society as we know it. Like, we're literally going back to serfdom if what we do is get rid of income tax and replace it all with tariffs. What that means is there will only be a top 1% and then the poors. There is no middle class. There is no upper middle class. There is no lower middle class. It will just be the ultra wealthy and then the poor. I can't fathom us surviving something like that. President Donald Trump appeared to rule out a proposal to raise taxes on millionaires, arguing they would flee the country over policy. It would be very disruptive because a lot of millionaires would leave the country, Trump told reporters in the Oval Office on April 23rd. You'll lose a lot of money if you do that. So hold on. If we raise taxes on the millionaires, they're going to leave the country. But by his logic. But we're implementing tariffs in a way that makes it difficult to do business with the United States. So if they wanted access to the United States market, they would have to stay in this country.
Thanks, Obama. Thanks,
Thank you,
Obama.
Thank you, Emmy, for the sub. Trump allies such as Steve Bannon have supported raising taxes on the rich, but the president hadn't taken a position. Trump has suggested tariffs could potentially replace the income tax, even though economists warn that the tariffs raise far less revenue and fall harder on lower income households. Period. Point blank. It's so simple. Tariffs are not enough, and even if they were, it hits the regular people the most. Like, it's just so simple. Those 2 points alone should really resonate with any human that isn't either the top 0.1% or has wrinkles in their brain. They're trying to kill us. Yeah, literally. The president's comments came at the start of a contentious negotiations with Congress over how much to spend on the federal government. Trump made tax cuts a centerpiece of his campaign with proposals to eliminate taxes on tips and Social Security benefits, but it will cost trillions of dollars to extend tax cuts from his first administration, even before adding his new proposals. Congressional Democrats have argued Trump's tax cut plans are targeted to benefit the rich disproportionately while cutting government spending for working class people. Yes. Okay, next story. Trump administration pushes IMF and World Bank overhaul to scrap climate work, limit equity programs, and confront China. Two major law firms seek permanent block on Trump's orders. They say retaliate for past legal work. Wait, what is this? The firms Perkins, Coy, and Wilmer Hale say the orders are unconstitutional assaults on the legal profession, threaten their relationship with clients, and retaliate against them based on their past legal representations or their associations with particular attorneys whom Trump perceives as his adversaries. Courts last month temporarily halted enforcement of key provisions of both orders, but the firms asked in court Wednesday for the edicts to be struck down in their entirety and for judges to issue rulings in their favor. The entire executive order is retaliatory, said Dane Butzwinkis, a lawyer who presented arguments on behalf of Perkins Coie. Came over law firms that have represented parties that have gone against him. Ah, I see, I see. Butzwinkis? Basically, it's the spelling is Butswinkas. That's the spelling of their last name. Next. 12 states sue Trump over new tariffs, calling them illegal and outside presidential authority. Well, that's true because it's in Congress's purview, right? But Congress recently cut off their nose to spite their face. Maybe we take the UA banner down while doing news. Nah, leave it up. Only because I don't have a news banner. "12 states sue..." 12. No, we did that. Army suspects Fort McCoy commander after Trump and Hegseth portraits go missing from leadership wall. Okay. Trump meme coin jumps 58% after dinner offer to top holders triggers access for crypto backlash. Oh boy. Thoughts on David Hogg? Have you seen the Washington Post interview? I have not seen the Washington Post interview. So far, I have a positive view of David Hogg. After the dinner offer was posted on the Trump meme coin website and X, the value of the coin surged as much as $5.32 or 58%. That gain only partially erased the meme coin's decline in value, which hit a peak of $75 on January. So now it's at $14 from $75. The dinner offer promises Trump coin investors the opportunity to hear close up from President Trump about the future of crypto. Mr. Trump, who has vowed to turn the U.S. into a cryptocurrency capital of the world, has also pushed his own ventures into the realm of digital products, issuing everything from NFTs billed as Trump digital trading cards to a cryptocurrency platform called World Liberty Financial. One of these days, they will stop getting scammed. One of these days. But for right now, he is shearing the fuck out of these sheep. Jesus. Trump's trying to devalue the dollar, so we all gotta buy Trump coin. Did you see the website? No, I didn't. Oh my god. Okay, y'all gotta see this. Y'all gotta see this. Okay. Judge slams Trump administration for defying court order in deportation case, but grants DOJ a short delay. Trump attacks Fed chair again for keeping rates high and hints he may call to demand cuts. Bro, you can call to demand cuts all you want. The president cannot affect interest rates. Trump has publicly attacked Powell over the past several days, calling the Fed chair a major loser whose, quote, termination cannot come soon enough. Trump nominated Powell for his role in 2017, but has since publicly feuded with him. But he softened his stance Tuesday, saying he had no intention of firing Powell after advisors warned Trump that terminating the central bank chief would backfire legally and economically. Yeah, we'd probably go into a recession, honestly. It's the idea, is that Obama's physique? It's the idea that we should be lowering interest rates while inflation is still so high, and in fact, going to go higher. Like, so we just got, right, at the end of Biden's term, we just got to an inflation rate that the Fed felt comfortable lowering interest rates. But now that we're doing tariffs, which are inflationary, it would make no sense to cut interest rates again. Anyway. Yeah, stagflation. Yep. Trump attacks Fed chair. Okay. Federal government fights judge's order to move jailed Tufts student from Louisiana to Vermont after arrest over Gaza essay. Who got arrested for a Gaza essay? Did I miss this? Federal government is fighting a judge's ruling that Tufts University student Rumesia Öztürk, who wrote an essay about Israel and the war in Gaza and is fighting deportation, must be transferred back to an immigration facility in Vermont from Louisiana. The Justice Department filed an appeal of the judge's order on Tuesday and asked U.S. District Judge to pause her transfer while it appeals. Sessions ruled Friday that Öztürk, who is being held in Immigration and Customs Enforcement custody in Louisiana, must be transferred to Vermont, where her habeas corpus petition was filed. She would be allowed to remain there as the petition, which challenges her detainment, plays out in court. Her deportation case in immigration court in Louisiana would also proceed while she is detained in Vermont. She was nabbed off the street. Damn, I missed this story. So that's how many people? How many so far have we seen? Oh no, I have seen the story of her being kidnapped off the street. Yes, I did see the story. I just didn't look into like what her name was. I saw the video. I remember this now. And Discord messages. Exeth had an unsecured internet line set up in his office to connect to Signal. That is now the third major story about him compromising our information. Third. How does he still have a job, bro? Allie, we moved the T Live to tomorrow. Any of us would have been fired? Oh, yeah. And I love it because he's one of the champions of the whole DEI means that like people aren't hired on their merit. Brother, where is your merit? But at least he has a makeup room, yeah. The whole team has zero merit. Yeah, literally. People would have been in jail for less than what he's done. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I also genuinely think like what he's done is already worse than Hillary Clinton's emails. Like the first thing. This is now the third thing. But like the first thing was worse than Hillary Clinton's emails. His merit is at the bottom of the glass. Most of those Clinton emails were about her standing hair appointments. Well, yeah, it's not. So, I don't think the issue was with what was in the emails, just how they were stored or whatever. Dan, you are alive. Oh, yes. Oh, so wait, I have good news and bad news about my health. The good news is my back and like stomach issues pretty much subsided completely on Monday. The bad news is, I don't know if I told you guys, but I busted my ass when I got to the hotel on Monday. And I have a bruise on my ass that it looks like the sun if the sun was purple. It wasn't even just hold on. It wasn't even just that I busted my ass. This is what happened. I'm gonna walk you guys through the story. Okay, we're done with the news. News is over. No more news. Okay. So I get to the hotel, right? Santana drives me from the airport. We get to the hotel. Santana and I both need to get up in the room, freshen up because we just got off our planes. You missed major news? Okay, maybe we'll go back to the news. So I greet a couple people. I think I greet Off Your Wagon and Pickles and Mermaid and Chris, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go upstairs, freshen up, and I'll come back down. So like as I'm coming down the elevator, I'm getting really nervous because I know there's a lot more people now, and I'm gonna be meeting people that I've been watching for months. I'm gonna be meeting people that I've never even seen before. Like it's gonna be my first impression for a lot of people. And so I'm getting a little bit nervous. I get down there, and everyone's sitting in a circle, right? And so I start like greeting people in the circle. So like there's the few I already greeted, I waved hi. Then for the ones that I hadn't greeted yet, I either shook their hand or hugged them, depending on who they were. And then like everything was going okay. Right as I finished greeting everybody, I back up to get out of the circle. I trip over someone's luggage and absolutely eat shit. Like my ass hits this marble table that had someone's beer on it, open beer. So the beer spills everywhere. I am in pain, both physically and my ego was gravely bruised. It was like literally within 15 seconds of them meeting me. So this is their first impression of me. We watched it live. No, you didn't watch it live. No one was live, actually. Fortunately. Glad to hear your back and abdomen are okay. It's Tony, not Tony. On my account got banned. Oh, damn. Okay. And I will say, listen, the hotel probably does that footage. You had a perfect lawsuit. That's what my dad said. I will say, oh my God, they had to mop up the beer that spilled, and there was a wet floor sign. So like I was the cause of a wet floor sign. You know how to make an entrance. So what was so cool about it though was like I expected it to be I don't know why. Like I went in kind of thinking like there would be, you know what? Actually, maybe I do know why. So like the vibes I got from our first meeting made me think that everyone was going to be like, I don't know, like the cool kids. But the only reason I got those vibes is because there was one person in the meeting that wouldn't shut the fuck up and would just keep talking when like the organizers were trying to say shit. And that person ended up not going on the tour. So the people that did go were all amazing. And instead of it being like, oh, that's Dan, the guy who fell, we literally all just laughed about it and then continued moving on. And became friends instantly. Like everyone was so chill. Like we joked about how a room full of content creators and nobody caught it on camera. Like that was really funny. And then we joked about how like adults, yeah, we were all adults. It was amazing. I felt so grateful that they didn't bully me about it. Dan, who wouldn't shut the fuck up? The same person who's not shutting the fuck up on TikTok right now. You know who it is. Y'all know who it is. Like it was the one person that wouldn't mute their mic during the meeting and had to like try to make a joke, like they're the class clown in 7th grade after every like sentence. No, Tashika was never invited. Oh yeah, tease tomorrow. Wait, you guys are.
Man.
Jones is cooking. Wait, where? Where's Jones cooking? Did I miss something? On his live? Hang on, say less. Wait, what's his live? Because it's not Mr. Jones X. That's a white guy. What's his at? Left his live for yours. Tough. Someone hit me with the at, quick. Dot Jones X? Okay, there we go. Oh my god, they want me to log in. I fucking hate TikTok so much.
Melissa.
Uh,
Oh, so basically, a couple weeks ago, they took that EO and they were like, "Yep, okay, we're gonna go ahead and we need to get this on the agenda because there's this notification by the state." So they put it on. They voted to put it on the agenda the same night of the school board, and then those jackasses voted for it.
Did we miss a chat? Okay. So the friendly, I don't know why they said that. The topic changed the second I come over here. Ugh. Okay. Trump calls on Putin to stop attacks on Ukraine after deadly Kiev strike. Rare Trump W? Russia launched a deadly strike on Ukraine's capital Kiev early Thursday, killing at least 12 people, including 2 children, and injuring more than 70. Thank you so much, Jayfer. Texas went well, Jason. The attack is one of the deadliest on the city since Russia launched a full-scale invasion. On Thursday morning, in a social media post, President Trump turned his focus to President Putin, saying he was not happy with the Russian strikes on Kiev. All he did say was, please stop. Posted a whiny tweet telling Putin to stop. Not necessary and very bad timing. Vladimir, stop. Trump's final offer for peace requires Ukraine to accept Russian occupation. Oh, perfect. Love that for us. By the way, that's literally exactly what I said. Even if the war was going to be ended on day one, like he promised, that's how Trump would do it, by allowing Russia to keep parts of Ukraine.
All right. Well, you have a good one.
Okay.
Like,
Oh, Kiki did that? Where's
gotta
Kiki?
get the people.
Because I'm gonna mute her ass. Where's she
Gotta
at?
give the people what they want.
Where's she? Oh, yeah. Well, Kiki always gives people, like, she's very good at giving people what they want.
You Kiki's
Oh,
in my here.
oh. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful night. I'll be listening, but just in my hot tub, and I can't turn the bubbles on here.
Okay. Any big news stories we missed? I'll put in. Trump to target Act Blue in presidential memorandum. A shot at Act Blue, the left's major online donation platform, President Donald Trump's plan to sign a presidential memorandum on Thursday that he will cast as cracking down on foreign contributions in American elections, according to a person familiar with the policy and granted anonymity to discuss not yet public details. Attorney General Pam Bondi's office is expected to be involved in the effort. The person said the order is expected to specifically target Act Blue. Republicans have long claimed that the platform could be exploited by foreign actors, while Democrats have warned the action is an example of Trump's baselessly targeting political opponents. I mean, I guess we'll have to wait to see how that goes. Doing great. Okay. Okay. We're gonna wrap up for the night. I know it's a short live, but tomorrow you guys are gonna eat. Okay. What's Act Blue? It's the main Democrat like donation platform. Like right now, I have an Act Blue link for people that want to support the Unfuck America tour, like through my link. So like it's the secure like donation link. Like people use it for campaigns, people use it for shit like that. That was BS. Okay. One of my thoughts on the. So I think the day started a bit disjointed, and a lot of it had to do with what the college and Turning Points did. I mean, I guess we don't know for sure if Turning Points was involved, but Charlie made it seem like it was because like when he saw Dean, he said, "Hey Dean, how's that permit doing?" or something like that. So, but the college pulling the permit for our booth and then extorting us for money and shit like that. The start of the day was disjointed, but the middle and especially the end, I think went phenomenally. The amount of students we were able to reach, the amount of voices from different different races, different ethnicities, different religions, different backgrounds, different ages, all being uplifted. Everyone had a chance to speak. Everyone, it wasn't like a Dean and Parker show. Like they might have been the headliners, but we were all there together, and especially at the end. I don't know if y'all watched the final event where we got to see Brett speak as well. There was a crowd all around. It was something very special, and I'm very excited to continue the tour. We got to talk about the extortion. Basically, they wanted $6,000 to hire for us to hire the college's own security, even though we already had security plan lined up. Okay, but can you try to pronounce anonymity? Anonymity? Okay. Oh, thanks, chat. All right, y'all. I love you. I can't wait for tomorrow's live. Shout out to Jay Fur turning the page and Rob F. Really appreciate y'all for tapping the screen. Yeah, Neely, I told you it was gonna be a short live today, but tomorrow's gonna be long. We're gonna be doing some in-depth debunking and tea brewing. Yeah, around 7 to 8, something like that. You still have Discord? Yeah, why wouldn't I? For live, no tea. I mean, listen, I spilled a little bit of tea, okay? I spilled a little bit of tea. Y'all dragged it out of me. Did I wear my tea party attire? Hector didn't get his debates recorded by his phone. Can you help? I wasn't live when Hector was debating. You actually reminded me. I need to empty space on my phone because I don't think I can download the lives on my computer because I stream from my phone. Eastern time. Dan is that one friend that is always late, but you have the last once they finally show up. Eric on Mermaid, we're live. Is tomorrow recorded? It'll be recorded on YouTube. Erica was for sure live when Hector was debating. Okay. Erica's funny as fuck, by the way. I think it should be in your TikTok studio. It has cloud. All right, I'll check. If it's in TikTok studio, then we're good to go. LOL, you waved at someone who wasn't waving at you. Yeah, I did. I did do that. Is tonight live recorded? Yes, it's on. Right when I end the live, it'll be uploaded on YouTube. Okay, Toy. The live tomorrow will be on YouTube from No Politics. Well, my YouTube and Twitch are going to be the same, but for my TikTok, it's going to be on my No Politics account. All right, y'all. Have a great night. I'm going to start with Twitch. Bye, Twitch. And now YouTube. Bye, YouTube.